Hello, I'm back. I know it's been a couple of weeks, and sorry about that, but I've been distracted, and by distraction of the crafting kind. My sister had gotten me a diamond painting kit, and so I've been working on that for a little bit. It's one of those time-consuming crafts, and just totally got absorbed into it and really really got absorbed into it. So I really didn't wasn't doing much else other than also binging on some TV shows as well. But I just started doing this a couple weeks ago. The job I had, even though they never officially said anything, although we were supposed to be essential workers, they haven't called me in a few weeks, about like three or 4 weeks now. So I've been having time on my hands, and I'm not going to get all into the whole job situation because it's bad form to go talking bad about your employers, whether they be past or present. Well, especially present, obviously, but so I'm going to try to stay away from doing that. But I will say that they did say that we were supposed to be essential workers, but yeah, they haven't called us in lately, and I'm not going to go into the specifics of the whole thing. But a couple of my friends already know, though, because they have bent their ears numerous times. But that's fine. That's what friends are for, right? You can bend their ears, and even if you're going on and on and on, they'll sit there and listen to you, even if deep inside they're like, oh please, hush, please, hush. But that's the whole thing with friends. They're there to support you, and it's always appreciated, and I'm always there for my friends too when they need to bend my ears, and even if it's just to gripe about their jobs and whatnot, I'm always there for them, and they return the favor to me. So but doing it online though is usually considered bad form, so I'm not going to go there. But anyway, so yes, I have had time on my hands, just as many people have during this pandemic time. So I decided to absorb myself into this gift that my sister had given me back on Christmas. Didn't really have much time to work on it until now. But it's quite involved, and I would have been, more apt to document it and everything for you, and actually show you my processes. But it's unlike sculpting or actual painting and whatnot, it's not very conducive to spectators. So yeah, and I don't have any time lapse on this camera. You want to know about this camera? This camera, I've been trying to do this vlog segment for the past hour and a half, and the batteries keep conking out on me. I think I only had about maybe 10 minutes of battery life on the one battery, and probably another, so this thing, that's another reason why this camera is not really good for shooting stuff. But other than still shots. But anyway, it's also good for this too, if when I'm not doing much of anything. But anyway, back to the diamond painting. Last winter my sister saw this kit, and it was Doctor Who themed. And of course, my sister, being the wonderful sibling that she is, she's automatically thought of me, being the sci-fi fan, the Doctor Who fan. She saw this and was like, okay, I gotta get that for her. And so she did, and I got it on Christmas, and it's very nice. This is what it's supposed to look like, although it doesn't exactly look like this, but it's supposed to look similar to this picture here. Nice little space scene with the TARDIS, nothing too intricate, but, it's a nice little thing to pass the time, and it is very absorbing. One night I was doing this, and 5 hours passed by, and I didn't even realize it. I look at the clock one time. It's about 7 or 8 o'clock at night. I usually started around just after dinner. Next thing you know, it's 1 a.m. and I'm like, I haven't even had my tea yet. Because I usually have some tea at nighttime. But anyway, what diamond painting is, it's kind of like a paint by number mosaic. Almost like cross stitch in its speed anyway. But it's very nice. You get a little key there, which you get little symbols. Little symbols tell you what numbers they are. The numbers correspond to the color, and it's usually marked on their bags. You'll usually get like the bags for them. What I did was I took the little plastic bags that they were in here. Once I put them into the tray, I put them in the little bottles like here, and I keep the numbers on the bottles. So anyway, you take your beads, you put them in a tray like this, and you shake it around, puts the beads up upright to where you can actually pick them up. And anyway, so you pick them up with this stick. Basically you take this. It's like some sort of not exactly clay, although I've seen them call it clay online. I actually had to look online to see what the heck diamond painting was myself. So, because I didn't know, but apparently it's becoming popular for some reason. Yeah, I know. I've got some crappy lighting, but it's a little bit better than what I usually have. I still need to get actual lighting. But anyway, you take this, and it's like a wax, I guess for lack of a better word, but it's like a very flexible wax. And you take this, you kind of put some of it into the tip, and you pick up your beads that way. But I prefer the all-in-one type stuff for this, and I just use this special pen here. Looks like a pen anyway, and it has the like waxy tip on it already, and whenever it starts going a little too flat, you can easily just roll it around on your fingers and it gets back to a point. And then this little bit here helps you nudge the pieces into place, because sometimes putting them into squares are not an exact science. You can also use tweezers. I sometimes use the tweezers to plot them on the canvas also, but that also helps as well. But yeah, it's a nice little project, and like I say, very absorbing. And I just now got into it because my like I say, I had time on my hands, didn't have too much time, and I actually have a spot now for it. Well, kind of a temporary spot, but I took advantage of the long table that I had in the garage being in here. The friend I live with, he brought a table in from the garage that we had, and for when he had ordered a Lego set, and we spent a day building a Lego set, and very, very nice Lego set. And I'm like, well, I've got this space now, I'm going to take advantage of it, and I'll put this, so I did, and because you really actually need more space than what I have on my dining room table. But the Lego set that we'd gotten, and I'll show you some pictures of it, but this is the Lego set that we got. Very nice, and it took us about a day to do it. I mean, it was a very small set, and but it was fun. And the only problem is now it whetted my appetite to have more Lego building. But unfortunately can't really do that right now, money wise, because them things are not cheap. But I actually raised eyebrows, but luckily gift card and all, so okay. But yeah, they're not cheap, and also when you build them, it's like you need a place to put them. And my house is very, very small, and so I don't have much space to display anything. I've got I literally have wall hangings and knickknacks and stuff that I've had for years. Some even since I was a teenager and before, that I would love to display. And because when I was younger, even when I was younger, teenager and whatnot, people would give me crystal items and everything, because I loved crystal and glass art type stuff. So had like a lot of that type of stuff, and cat figurines, and other animals as well, but a lot of cats. And other stuff. I've got like figurines up the yin. I've got action figures as well that I would love to display, but of course there's no room. So I've had them stored ever since I moved out of my first house, the house I grew up in. And it's like I just never got them out, because every couple of years we were moving. So and little did I know that this place I would be in as long as I have. But anyway, so that's the thing. You can't you can't get too many things and start building stuff when you don't have any room to put it, because when you build a Lego set, it's like you don't want to just take it down. But anyway, I've got it back on my shelf of honor back there. That's basically what I've been doing the past couple of weeks, is doing the diamond painting. I'll show you a little bit of my process of starting, and then after I get this all done, I'll show off the finished product in another segment. I actually should have this thing done within the next day or two, though. I'm in a home stretch, as they call it. But so that was that, and haven't had really that much other stuff happening. My friend did have a couple weeks off for vacation, so when I wasn't doing the diamond painting, I was binge watching with him Futurama. He loves shows like that, Futurama and Simpsons and all that other stuff. So so while I didn't sit there and binge watch the whole series with him, because I'm just not that type of person that could sit and watch the whole series in one go. Every so often, an episode that I know that I liked, I'd go watch, or I'd sit and watch one or two discs with them. So I was doing that as well, and so it wasn't totally always 100% honest, but most of the time, yes. It was like when I wasn't in there, I was in here. I haven't even been taking a lot of pictures lately, but then again, you really can't go out and do much at the moment with this pandemic stuff. But I did get a request for some more sword showing, so maybe my next segment I will show off some swords again. I do have some more that are still within reach. I mean, there are some that I won't be able to show ever, because they are stored away. But I do have some more that are in the living room that are on the other side of the living room. So I will show off some more of those probably in a future segment, and maybe even do some stories, or maybe even some monologuing. I actually should do some monologuing. I'm always dreaming of being an actress and whatnot, and I really do need to. I really should do some monologuing. So maybe I'll do some monologues too in the future. I haven't done that in a while, so I'll be rusty, probably a lot of stuttering and stuff. But anyway, I'm sure I've probably jabbered on long enough here and probably lost all your guys' attention. But hopefully I will have some more stuff coming soon, some more interesting stuff coming soon, not just, talking head. By the way, how does this shirt look? New shirt. Well, actually kind of newish shirt, but it's like, hey, I'll wear my new shirt for the vlog anyway, even though I don't have any place to wear it. But yeah. So I'm usually not one for prints, I'm more of a solid color type of gal, The occasional accent on a shirt's fine, but usually not I'm not a full-on print person. So I figure I'd try prints. What do you think? Does it suit me, or, you know? No mean comments, please. Only nice ones. If you can't say something nice, don't say it at all. But, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this anyway, or thought it was at least somewhat interesting. I will show you some pictures of the diamond paintings and the progress. One of these days I'll have to get time-lapse. That way when I do an art project, I'll be able to show you and it not be so boring. Because this isn't exactly a spectator sport. Like I say, I can actually sit and watch someone paint or sculpt and whatnot for a while. But when it comes to this, I couldn't do it. It's more fun doing it than actually just sitting and watching it. So anyway, my time is about out of my camera. It actually only gives you so many minutes to shoot, depending. And yeah, you know, one of these days, I'll get an actual real camera for shooting, and some lighting too. These flashlights just don't seem to be doing it. But at least it's not total shadows. I'm like directly under the lights here, so. But yeah. Hopefully someday soon my ship will come in. Yeah, I've got about as much luck at that as I do having Benedict Cumberbatch showing up in a TARDIS on my doorstep, right? Anyway, I will see you guys soon.